Now the Defender does have plenty of power, and what's great about it is it doesn't feel, I never feel like the powertrain is doing more than the car can handle. And it's not necessarily the fastest thing out there, but it's no slouch either. And for a vehicle like this, it's actually pretty quick without having to go up to that V8. But out of all the powertrains, I really think the inline-6 is my favorite. Just having that turbo pull and then having the flexibility of not having to have a bigger engine. And the turbo feels just as fast, honestly. Now, like the 90X Defender I drove, this does ride really well for an off-road oriented vehicle. And a lot of people don't even take these off-road because they're just good SUVs in terms of luxury as well. If you're gonna buy a Range Rover, you can pretty much buy a Defender. They're just different, but they still have the same luxury feel to them, whether it's ride quality, acceleration, technology. And like I said, this inline-6 is no slouch with it being turbocharged. And then I said that this had lane centering, but this one just has the lane keep assist with a lane departure. You can see it'll ping me back in. So I apologize for that mix-up, but overall drives really, really well. And just a really, really overall good ride. And I have a feeling this will be just a bit more plush than the Bronco or the Wrangler going off-road. And there's the auto stop there. And even though this has kind of a weird steering feel and it's all-wheel drive, it feels really good in terms of just how it turns and handles all the way around. Now, I will say the auto stop, and I noticed this in the last Defender I drove, you do have to kind of put your foot down to the pedal to get it to come off, as opposed to just letting off the gas pedal. But just something I noticed, it might be a setting that has an automatic brake hold on or whatever, but just be mindful of that as you're getting used to driving this vehicle. Like I said, it's nothing that would deter me from it. It was just something I've been noticing. And with both the 130, I haven't driven the 110 yet. I plan on driving that soon, but with both the 130 and the 90, the only issue I have with them is really just how expensive they are, but I guess there's a reason for it because I have no other complaints about the Defenders. The ride quality is great. How it handles off-road, I'm sure, is fantastic. Power is good with this inline-6, and of course the luxury of any other Land Rover, top-tier Land Rover I should say, is definitely here. And the Defender itself feels like a Range Rover, just in how it drives. I just feel like I'm in a bit bigger vehicle. It just has kind of a wider feel to it, even though it's not necessarily that much wider, but just how open the cabin is and all the stuff is kind of down and out of the way in terms of the radio. It just gives you that kind of off-road feel without having, I'd say it gives you a Wrangler Bronco feel without having the top off. But a really, really great, capable vehicle. And this will bring me to the end of my review of the 2023 Land Rover Defender 130 SC.